Hi there, my name's Hadassah, and I'm here to offer you a little card reading if you'd like to stick around, if that feels right for you. I'm going to start off with this lovely oracle deck here, just to kind of check in, see what the vibes are. These cards are so big, definitely tricky for shuffling, so pardon technical difficulties, but let's go ahead and see. What are we checking in on for you today? All right, immediately got cleanse, divisible plane, and serenity there at the bottom. So starting off with these two, cleanse and abyssal plane. It seems you've kind of sponged up, collected a lot of energy that may not be belonging to you. This energy is worries, anxieties, other people's negative perceptions of the world. If you're currently feeling downtrodden, sick, tired, and you are normally somebody who has a silver lining, you can find a silver lining on any cloud. You have a positive outlook when it comes to life. You choose to lead life with love and sunshine. You understand that there is no meaning to life besides the meaning that you give it. And so you go out of your way to choose to give life a positive meaning. And you may find that right now you're feeling drained, tired, sick, and struggling to find the positives in things right now, because you might be surrounded by people who tend towards having a more negative attitude. Which, nothing against them, all love, but you've really picked up on that. And so just know that heaviness that you're feeling right now, it doesn't belong to you. That's something that is coming from other people within your vicinity. So it may be time to retreat, spend some time in nature, alone if you can. Go release that stuff back to the earth. You got a tree that you're friends with? Are you close to a body of water? Go release it to those things. Ask them to take that from you. Whatever you're overthinking right now, whatever physical ailments that you're struggling with, take it to that tree, take it to that water, and give it to them. Speak it to them. Let them handle it for you. Because again, this isn't yours. This is other people's stuff. There's no point in you hanging on to it, okay? Time to clear out some room. Let's see. Actually, we're gonna start with this one here. This lovely little deck. Got a lot. Okay. Yeah, so this may be kind of a recurring pattern for you, where you feel good for a little bit of a while and you bring joy and positivity to every room you enter. You feel like a radiant little ball of sunshine, and out of nowhere you get hit with a wave of just like ick, where you're just like, all I want to do is sleep. I want to disappear. I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to do anything. You may even find yourself struggling to keep up with regular home tasks like feeding yourself, or hygiene, or keeping your home clean, your space clean. You may find yourself, just that whole pattern, and it may feel like it comes out of nowhere. Where this is coming from is you are overextending, you're overgiving. You're meant to be, that is your purpose. You are a lover, you are a giver. That is how you are meant to move in this world. But in order to do that successfully and healthfully, boundaries are required. Because when there's no boundaries, when you don't have solid footing, that cup gets knocked over. And the cup may have been runneth over before, but when it gets tipped over because it doesn't have something stable to sit on, you lose all of that. You lose all that beautiful juice that you normally run on. So boundaries come into play here. Grounding. I mentioned with my oracle cards, nature being really important. Take it to the trees. And this isn't just acting as a cleanse. This is a grounding ritual for you. If you don't already have a tree that you're besties with, it's time to go find one. Go on a walk, ask around, ask the trees. But that grounding is really important for you. You may be a water sign, because this is like a lot of cups. Like I was saying, you might act as like a sponge. You just absorb everybody else's stuff without really realizing, and then you crash. So if you're a water sign, this may, resonate extra for you. Getting in touch with that earth energy. Go find a tree, go sit outside. And I'm saying that literally. I want you to take me literally on that. It's not a metaphor. Go sit with your tree and say it out loud. Speak to it. All of the things that are bothering you, burdening you, keeping you awake at night, like literally all that stuff that goes on in your head, tell it to that tree. If you have a physical ailment bothering you, when you get into these low places, maybe it, comes through as a headache, toothaches for some of you. Maybe you grind your teeth at night, or you find that when you're in a low place emotionally, that your teeth become extra sensitive to things like hot and cold. I'm feeling that in my teeth right now. Stomach aches, joint problems. Speak on those things to the trees as well. Just give it to them. Ask them to hold that for you, because they will. And spend time sitting there with them in stillness. Trees are masters at stillness, at grounding. You don't need to be everywhere at once. We know you enjoy giving. We know you enjoy being there for the people that you love, but you don't need to be everywhere at once. This is what I'm talking about, boundaries, putting roots somewhere, and those roots are yourself. How are you taking care of yourself? How are you nurturing yourself? Does that make sense? There's lessons to be learned from these trees. It's your job to go sit with them and find out what the lesson is specifically for you. Let's see. I want to pull a little bit more on these. I can get some context on these few cards right here. Okay, hang on. This is feeling like a lot. This is a lot. Hang on. Okay. There's also this element here. For some of you, you may be going through a breakup, a romantic separation. For others of you, it may be conflict between you and a friend, or between you and multiple friends. This is showing up as a catalyst for your growth. Going back to these trees here, this is like a really big metaphor for you. So in nature, there is no good or bad. Everything is fighting to survive, and everything eventually dies. There are relationships in nature that are symbiotic, and there are relationships in nature that are parasitic. And so this separation that you're feeling with whoever you're feeling it with, if, it's a romantic partner or friends, maybe for some of you it's in business, there's been a separation there as well. This is acting as like this conflict, this separation is here as a parasite removal. It's painful because you've been, growing alongside these individuals for a while. And so being separated from them feels drastic and life-altering. But that's the thing, is it's not uprooting you. You have your own root system. Just because their roots got tangled in yours for a while, doesn't mean that they are that, I don't know how to say this in a gentle way. They are not you. They are not a part of you. That you are your own person. And so it's time to start thinking of yourself that way. You are that mighty oak tree, okay? And they were a fungus using you to extract nutrients for themselves. It's that overwatering, overgiving, overextending yourself, forgetting your boundaries for the sake of taking care of other people, because that brings you joy. And you can take care of people just fine without being taken advantage of. Trees are major helpers in the forest when it comes to helping other plants grow. Other trees, specifically, if I remember correctly, if a sapling starts, you know, it can be miles away, but if a sapling starts and this is a really complicated metaphor. I'm gonna cut out all the details. Trees will send each other, and they send little baby trees, nutrients through their root systems, okay? They are helpers, but you don't see a tree getting up and scurrying somewhere to help, right? They stay where they are, where they want to be, and they send that stuff without having to overextend themselves. And they only do it if they have the wherewithal to do it. If they're in survival mode and they need those nutrients, they're gonna keep them for themselves, and a different tree is gonna send help. Okay, you don't need to be everywhere at once. So this separation is acting as a catalyst for you to be able to grow and to be able to recognize your own worth, your own value, and to create stronger boundaries. You're a diamond. You deserve to be in connection with people who see that and treat you as such. You don't need fungi friends. You know what I'm saying? And if you allow them to stick around, you will get sick. And you won't be able to help people to as much as like you are meant to be a giver, but if you're giving to the wrong people and allowing them to take advantage of you, you can't do your job. Does that make sense? This is coming out, I feel like, really harsh, but I hope that it's, you know, I don't know why I'm apologizing. You might need to hear something a little harsh. Maybe I should be harsher. Now, back to these oracle cards. Let's see. Ooh. Ooh, these are beautiful. Okay. Connect with the dead, witness love, sexuality. I want you to see those two together. We're going to start with this one here. Witness love. So remember, you're somebody who's able to see the positive in every situation. You draw the silver linings on the clouds, okay? So while you're here feeling low, feeling sick, dealing with this conflict, how can you show up with love in this situation for yourself and for them? And offering love does not mean saying, you know, okay, you can come back and walk all over me again. I'm sorry for putting a boundary in place. No, that means I still love you, but from afar. I love you, but you don't need to be in my life anymore because you don't respect me. And loving yourself means having enough self-respect that you keep those boundaries in place, okay? So spend some time in nature, alone. What are the things that make you valuable? What is your worth? It's there. You've lost sight of it because you've been worried about taking care of all these little fungi creatures growing on you. So it's time to kind of reconnect with that, with you. Hopefully that makes sense. I feel like this is coming out really kind of chaotic and abstract. I hope you're picking up on what I'm putting out. And these cards here, sexuality and connect with the dead. I want you to see how they are connected Do you see that beautiful, what is that, leopard? That lovely leopard print overlapping there. Look how pretty, look how pretty that is. It's time to get back into your yummy self-ritual practices at home. We were talking about spending time alone, reconnecting with yourself, tapping into your values, your worth. It's time to tap back into your craft, okay? If you're an artist, a witch, just, you know, a woman at home doing what she will, whatever. You have a craft and you've neglected it for a while, okay? And when you neglect your craft, you abandon yourself. So it's time to get back to that. Is it time to bust out the paint, the colored pencils? Bird houses are coming to mind. Maybe fairy houses. Doing some spell work could literally just like, I don't know, you don't even need to have a plan. Throw some herbs into something, mix them up, crush them up. I don't know. There's something here about needing to return to your practice. What is your practice? What is your art form? What is your craft? What is your God? Okay? It's time to return to that. And in doing so, turning your attention to that, forget about this messy drama with other people. It's not your concern anymore. I want you to hear me when I say that. It's not your concern anymore. They are not your concern. Let them go. Let them go. You are now your concern. Okay? And your only concern. What makes you feel good? Being in nature, taking a bath, cooking, I don't know, maybe for some of you out there it's kickboxing. Kickboxing's coming to mind. Doing something physical, making a mess of something, okay? It's time to return back to you. You've been away from home for too long because you've been at somebody else's disaster, cleaning up their messes for them. It's time to come back to your home, okay? Tend to your hearth, all right? And ask for some help doing it. Don't ask for help from other people. This is not about other people. And I keep repeating that because you really need to hear it. Talk with yourself. Journal. Talk with your guides. Commune with nature, okay? Commune with them. This is where you're getting support. You and the earth, okay? Leave everybody else out of it. Let's see, that feels like a really compassionate memories. Like I said, you can still love these people. Love them from afar. You don't need to let them back in. If you have a welcome mat outside your door, I actually want you to pick it up and donate it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. You need firmer boundaries than that, okay? No, actually, you're not welcome. I may have, fond memories with you. I love you from afar. You're not welcome, okay? It's a metaphor, but I'm also saying that literally. Literally. Block these people. Unfriend them. Don't text them. Don't take their calls. And then go outside to your door and get rid of your welcome mat. I'm really serious about that one, okay? If you want a mat, put a different mat down. Don't use a welcome mat, okay? Okay. That was an interesting reading. I love you. Thank you for being here with me. I hope you enjoyed. I'd love to hear, how everything resonated for you. If you want to leave a comment, and you can connect with me through Instagram, or my little website, which should be linked. So cool. Thanks for sticking around. We'll catch you next time.